What if electric cars had become a dominant force in the early 20th century? What would our world look like if we had never relied on gasoline? Today we look at the 5 biggest what-ifs in electric car history that could have changed everything. In 1900, 38% of cars in the United States were electric. They were quiet, didn't require a manual start, and didn't pollute the air. In the early 20th century, electric cars were even considered the choice of the elite. Clara Ford, Henry Ford's wife, drove an electric car instead of a T Ford, but the mass production of cheap gas cars and the development of the oil industry led to the end of the era of electric cars. Now imagine if that hadn't happened. Global warming would have been less, the streets would have been cleaner, and the cities would have been quieter. In the 1970s, against the backdrop of the oil crisis, interest in electric cars was revived. General Motors even developed a prototype of an electric car that could have become widespread. But the battery technology of that time was too weak. What if engineers had found a way to create cheap and powerful batteries faster? Perhaps today we would already be living in a world where electric cars were not a novelty, but a standard. In 1996, General Motors introduced the EV1, the first modern electric car that could have been a revolution. It was comfortable, environmentally friendly, and suitable for everyday driving. But then, GM started recalling and destroying its own cars. Why? Many people believe that oil companies and automakers simply did not want to lose control of the market. What if GM had not shut down the project? Perhaps electric cars would have become mainstream in the early 2000s. In 2008, Tesla was on the verge of bankruptcy. The company had barely managed to release the Roadster, but there was not enough money to continue developing the Model S. If Elon Musk had not invested his last money, Tesla might have disappeared. Without Tesla, the world might have been left without the global trend for electric cars. Perhaps today we would still consider them something distant and unachievable. One of the main reasons for the success of electric cars is government subsidies and strict environmental laws. What if governments decided to continue to support gasoline cars? Without government support, electric cars could have remained a niche product for enthusiasts. But today we see the opposite. More and more countries are announcing a complete transition to electric transport. History is full of moments that could have changed the future. Electric cars could have appeared much earlier, but we only came to this in the 21st century. Now the question is, what will happen next? Will electric cars be just a transitional stage to an even more revolutionary transport?